Hi again. In the last video, we discussed the parameters for a sprint. We learned that a sprint is one of 5 Scrum events and creates the frame around all other Scrum events. Next up is sprint planning, the first event within the sprint that sets your team up for success for the next 1 to 4 weeks, depending on the length you chose. For sprint planning, the entire Scrum team comes together and meets to confirm how much capacity, meaning time and people, are available during this sprint. And then they identify what items from the backlog will be done during the sprint. This becomes the sprint backlog, and ultimately, the sprint goal. This is a time for the Scrum Master to facilitate team communication and answer the following questions throughout the event. Who is available during this sprint? Are there any vacations or conflicts that we should know about? What has been our average velocity? Meaning how many points or backlog items have we been able to complete in a single sprint in the past? What can and should be accomplished by the team in this upcoming sprint? What is the ultimate sprint goal? How will the work get done? Throughout the sprint, who is responsible for what tasks? We've discussed sprint lengths and story sizes, so let's explore the meaning of definition of done. Definition of done refers to an agreed-upon set of items that must be completed before our user story or backlog item can be considered complete. Some things that may be within your definition of done are the code or solution itself is reviewed by an independent peer group. The product or unit passes all testing requirements, which could include security or performance testing. Documentation is completed. All user story acceptance criteria specified by the product owner is met. And finally, the product owner accepts the user story. This list isn't comprehensive, and the team should determine what should be on this list and improve it as needed. A key deliverable of the sprint planning event is the sprint backlog. The sprint backlog is the set of product backlog items that are identified for completion during the upcoming sprint. In other words, the sprint backlog is a subset of items from the product backlog that you'll aim to finish during that particular sprint. So to recap, we just learned that sprint planning will result in a well-defined and estimated sprint backlog, as well as a sprint goal to keep the team motivated towards that final achievement. See you in the next video, where we'll cover more sprint events.